But she came out of
That's a good one, yeah.
That was the truth. She told us exactly. Well, Doug told everybody, you know, that my sisters all came to Florida, and he told everybody that the hotel had to was getting first.
You're just
The whole thing.
What?
The whole thing.
so now.
Oh, no, I was going to say, anybody want to see?
Both sets of grandparents lived with you guys.
Well,
Both sets of grandparents lived with you
Grandpa and
guys.
Grandma Frost lived with us
They did.
after, well, I guess they got really couldn't take care of themselves very well. They lived in Goodrich. And they moved up and they lived with us.
Was real when I was grandpa still? Was your dad still
Yeah,
farming and
well,
was he in the house yet?
a little bit.
Yeah, no.
Not very much. He was.
He was in the...
He had arthritis.
Hey, look, that's right.
Do much farm down here.
Doug, when did Father go into the horse representative?
1925.
1925?
He was elected in 1924.
Yeah. Well, that's, I think it was 2 terms.
Yeah, 1925.
Well, Grandma Black lived with us.
Yeah, she lived with
Off and
us.
on.
Well, she lived with us full time until, well, I guess the house got so it wasn't big enough for her. So she moved over to Menold to live with Aunt Maggie Nicholas.
And she always called our mother Lassie. And she said, now Lassie, this is your own. And you know, and then Mary was older, this is your own. Because they were inclined to, you know, dictate it.
You made a lovely mother-in-law.
Oh, she was a great lady.
So how old were you guys when Grandma Black moved out?
Maybe.
I can remember real well. Eleanor can too, can't you?
Was
I
my
remember sitting under
No, I don't think,
and she
no.
thumped me with her thimble
Yeah.
because I didn't sing the song the way she was.
Mike remembers
She,
never seen her.
never remember seeing her?
No.
I think Mike was born.
I don't think Phyllis remembers.
Mike was born in the new house,
Yeah, I
in
know.
the downstairs bedroom.
Because Phyllis was a baby and Grandma Frost was carrying her across the both in her apron and had me by the hand, so I must have been about 2 years old when
Oh my
that
gosh.
And that's all I remember.
Well,
was
the house
Grandma.
burned about 1923 or 4.
Yeah, it must have been 23 years.
Grandpa Black was singing at a funeral, as usual. Whenever when the cow got mired, when anything happened, he was at a funeral singing.
But he must have been, we lived on the farm for 4 years before we moved to Troy, finding him. He was really close for 5 years. So I'm trying to go
9 years old.
come up here.
Yeah, move it up.
I shouldn't be listening.
Just trying to get away from the camera.
No, he had the rheumatoid arthritis for 7 years.
Who did? Grandma did?
Grandma.
He had the mumps and the measles at the same time, scarf from the kid.
Oh my gosh.
And was really sick. And he never was well after that.
One of his biggest problems was when he had his teeth pulled. The doctors didn't know anything about arthritis, rheumatism at that time, and they thought that it would help him get his teeth pulled out. So he got all of his teeth pulled out, and his gums were so bad that he almost left there. We had to have a doctor come and pack his mouth to keep it, to stop the bleeding. And I think that was the beginning of the end, because he never recovered from that. His arthritis just got so bad.
Wasn't he a bleeder, Doug, or was it because of the aspirin he took?
No, it was
He was a bit.
his gums got in such bad shape that they couldn't stop the bleeding after that.
So you guys were, but you guys weren't in the car. So you weren't in the
What?
They exit out through the door. And I don't know how it ever came out because it was too wide to get through the door.
And the story I hear is you ran out with a knife in one hand.
And 5 slices of bread on his hand.
He's ought to be here.
And that's all we saved with the butcher.
See, I remember running out to the garden. I was about 2 and a half.
But the butcher knife
And you
survived.
remember him with the, with the
And I can remember Mother running across the road, we all went across the road.
And she counted us, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, you're all here, you're all here, you're all here.
she kept counting you.
Yeah, I'm sure we were all
Oh, sure.
I remember
Especially if you were that little. I didn't realize it happened when she had little.
Yeah,
This is
Phyllis
3 months.
had been born in December, and this was in spring or something.
Now, this was in May.
Yeah, warm weather, I remember that. She had me by the hand, and Phyllis and I must have left a real memory on me, because you don't usually remember 2 and a half.
When you're 2 and a half, yeah.
Well, I think it caught fire from the cook stove downstairs and put a shingle on fire. We
I
saw.
read your books before I went to school.
So did they move you along with that?
Oh, yeah.
They moved you up to the
They
next class?
didn't dare leave me in with the beginners because
A month before they moved me up to the second grade,
That's great.
because my grandma Black had taught me, I had a calendar, and a page out of the calendar, and I'd walk around the house reading the numbers on the calendar.
That was smart.
Well, Deb went to school in
You could graduate in 16 too, couldn't you, from high school?
They tell
You could, or you skipped another grade after that.
Yeah, I skipped, well, I did the 6th grade and 7th grade all in 1 year. I only went to school 8 years and a half.
graduated.
They gave me a high school diploma just to get rid of it.
Burned down how many schools?
Well, he walked.
Did he
He
get in
walked
trouble?
4 miles
Let's hear the
to
story.
Turner School.
They know more than I do.
You joined the
I know, but they're not as willing to tell because he's their older brother.
They give him time to walk on.
They won't let me tell how he swore at my mother.
I know, I heard him cut you off. I heard him cut you off.
She's up to pieces. Where did you go to BD club? And my mother took her down. Here's this little innocent boy she sent to school. And what a vocabulary, the first day.
First day, first day.
Yep.
I remember when he went to Turner to school, he used to run between 2 telephone poles and walk the next and then run.
That's smart.
How far that? 3 miles.
Oh, it's 4 miles.
Well, it's 5 miles from our house to the Turner School.
Turner School.
Turner School is half a mile east.
But see, today, they can't walk to the corner, they gotta have the bus stop.
Don't have to tell me I got 13 years.
I was telling the kids when they parents get, I said, but, and Eleanor and I sometimes walk to Prescott High School, so we did not.
They don't believe you, I know.
I said, well, when the car wouldn't run, we had to get there.
Well, the funny thing was, we always pushed it away to Pontiac. And it was noted for not starting.
To push it to get going, you were halfway there.
Yeah,
by the time
and we
it started.
pushed the car going, and we get the giggles and Doug would get mad at us.
The reason the car wouldn't start is because they took the battery out every night. So
Listen to
Yeah,
radio.
the radio.
Father could listen to the
Oh,
radio.
Robert House.
Yeah.
With 9 things across the
So,
driveway.
The only way they could start it is to
Push it.
put the battery in the car and then give it a push so that
I
it would.
remember that, I used to help push too.
And then the house girls would be calling on the phone, what time you gonna get here? Wasn't that awful? Wanted us to get there. We know when we were gonna get there. We're pushing the silly car.
Didn't need to do aerobics then, did ya? No.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
which first early?
What's my earliest? Oh, gosh.
Aunt Phyllis in the apron?
Yeah, probably, because I would have been about 2 and a half when Grandma Frost was carrying her across the street. Our neighbor's name was Provost. And the house was on fire and she was...
Thompson, there.
Thompson,
was that
yeah,
time.
Thompson,
Thompson.
yes, Thompson, that's right, Thompson.
Provost has moved in.
Oh, Provost after that.
That's when we learned, we heard lots of language in here before.
Carrying
When
her
the
across.
Provost moved in, holy night, the whole family did. And to each other, to the dog, to the cows, and whatever was in the way.
Mrs. Provost was a
Mrs.
love.
Provost. Oh, they were wonderful people, kind as could be, but the vocabulary.
Kind of like Uncle Ed, huh?
Oh.
I always try to explain my Uncle Ed to people, you know. He's a great guy, but every other word, you know.
Yeah. Well, Mrs. Provost, you never heard anything like the whole family.
Have a chair, dog. You're going to grow out tall.
Here, right
Well, he
here.
wants to stand up tall so his voice gets ahead of us girls. First time the poor fellow's had a chance to get a word in edgewise all his life.
Excuse me, we're going to bring him up. He's got a Christmas program.
Oh, of course.
Oh,
No, that's right.
yeah.
You're gonna have to,
Well, you remember, Jean, your first time.
Which one was I guess that one, Gladwin.
You did that blood test?
No, I just don't like
Remember too much about it. I couldn't have been very old then.
I remember Mother throwing the towel over her shoulder and the mouse went
Well,
down
that
the
was
back.
in the new house.
No, that was the old house. It was out in the old, yes it was, out in the old,
Well, as I remember.
and the neighbor where Father hung his coveralls.
There was a bedroom, and then there was what was going to be the bathroom. And Mother was going to go in and do something, and she took the towel down from the bathroom and was going into Father's bedroom, because she was all covered in the bed. She threw it over her shoulder,
And the mouse ran down.
mouse ran down her back. Oh, she was so frightened. But I don't think any more frightened than Phyllis and Mike are.
Well, Aunt Mike, you know, is petrified. I have to tell you the story. I hope it's not on the This is added. Well, Aunt Mike is just petrified of that. And Jimmy was just a little tiny fella. And he and Al had been out cleaning up the garage. And Al said, don't tell Mama, but there's a highway here. And I'm going to set a trap for it. So they're eating dinner just as nice as you please, and Jimmy says, don't tell Mama, but there's a TAR in the garage. I thought
That worked out well.
He got all the letters. but he
Yeah,
didn't
you got that.
TAR in the garage.
I've never heard how you guys celebrate Christmas. Mom's never talked about it.
We didn't have much children because we didn't have any money.
Did you have trees?
Yeah, I never went.
Okay, before Grandpa passed away.
We'd go chop a tree,
Over plane.
wherever we could grab an evergreen tree and chop it down.
I remember our first tree we got was a cedar, and Father said, that's a
Decorated with
cedar.
fruit. Was it a special tree?
You know, like cranberries and things like that, string it on thread.
And the circles of we made a chain that was different and fun.
With paper chain?
And Mother, she made homemade candy, she made fondant like that.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, those kind of things. But we never had any presents because we didn't have any.
Yeah.
She knew how to make so many different kinds
Oh,
of
yeah.
candy because she had worked in a candy store.
Oh, she had? In Flint.
For Hubby.
After she was up here with...
No, before, when she was in high school.
Before she got...
Yeah.
She worked with Mr. Hubby in a candy store for, 2 or 3 years during high school. Summertime and like that, and after school. And they had to make their own candy.
From scratch.
Yeah, they didn't buy the candy in boxes and have it shipped to them.
Yeah.
Every store had to make their own.
I don't think any,
The secretary,
Where?
under Fred Chase, he was secretary of the
Secretary of the
Senate.
Senate, and I was special messenger over him. Right there? 33 back in the House of Representatives in the House of
Mr. Bergeron wanted to really, there was never a law passed while you were down there that you didn't know about. I said, I know that.
lively debate down there in 1927 in the House of Representatives. They had public hearings and debates on both sides of the question.
Come here.
Long, detailed, they really had quite a fight. And best lawyers in the legislature
Oh, no, that's not for them.
expressed themselves on the subject.
They hadn't had it.
But some of the members of the legislature wanted to change it and against the law, so they would have it.
What did he do with it?
He's a member of the House of Representatives.
Well, then he was influential in getting the dams on the Asaba River for public
For the
electricity. Yeah, he did a lot of work on that. I remember the channel dam was a drinking dam.
That's interesting because he traveled on it, and I'm sure a lot of congratulations to him.
Well, what was
The dams
interesting?
when they first tore it down, but they built many dams after.
Well, he stayed with the quartet, and they traveled to all the prisons, a lot of the big prisons, Jackson, and they sang for the prisoners. And this was when they were debating the death penalty. With Mr. Prescott, and I can't remember all of them.
Well, he was on that committee, College of Mining Technology. He was on the committee for some of the hospitals, state hospitals and institutions. He was chairman of the committee on the Carroll State Hospital, which was called Wajamiga State Hospital, and that was for epileptics. They didn't have drugs to treat them, so only thing they could do was hospitalize them.
Aunt Louise wasn't working at machine school.
Louise was she had graduated from Prescott, didn't she?
No.
And that's where he trained.
Is that up the Columbia River, out the Snake River, or where is that? Was that on a river? Because you know you can actually, they actually have shipping all the way into Idaho.
Lake Primary, this was just first day training.
But I mean, they actually have a river from the Pacific all the way up. You can actually get boats all the way into there.
Yeah, the hard time was it was very wide.
You can't have ships, but they have tugboats and barges that go in there.
There's Lake Primary and then Lake Ordie. And we lived in Fort Lauderdale.
Now, did they train them?
Yeah.
They train them in the water too?
No,
They use,
they just trained them when the
Onshore.
offshore and all book learning.
That's interesting. Most people don't realize you can take boats all the way down from the ocean.
Yeah, we did, but
You can take tugboats all the way all the way across the state of Oregon and into the state of Idaho.
Take a picture of me.
Tugboats and barges all the way.
It's a beautiful
Talk about the
state.
Navy, it brought that to my mind.
It's a beautiful
People don't
state.
ever think of that.
Well, then Uncle Bill trained the Chinese officers, 50 Chinese officers that were here in yeah. And they told me, you stayed Las Vegas, I stayed Las Vegas. Yeah. They were interested. Those people in
Trained
Chinese
officers.
Yeah.
Were you there with him then?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They were 50, and I worked in the Swarthmore Bank then.
Did you?
Oh, yeah. I worked in the Swarthmore Bank, I worked in the Coeur d'Alene Bank, and I worked in the grocery store, packed chocolate candy, and, you name it.
Everything, huh?
Yeah. Well, you had to, because sure. You know, they didn't get it, you didn't have any money.
Yeah.
So you took any job you could. But it was so cute because there were just 50 Chinese officers, and those were the only ones in this country. And they were training to start their Navy for China. And they were mostly the ones that are now in over there in the island.
Taiwan.
That's fondue.
Most of them.
So
Anyway.
they were nationalists.
Well, most of them were.
Nationalist Chinese.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, try that. I want to taste it. No, yeah, they were exactly like they were so cute.
Tim's here. Yeah, Mary, do you want some of this cheese soup? No, they're taking all that in. I did, but it's okay now. I had some.
Well,
2 years old.
This is me, Carl. Gladys Black, Floyd Black. And they were all supposed to go to breakfast, but not one American sailor laughed or thing.
Oh, isn't that great?
Yeah, but they, you know, they ate sugar on everything. They loved sugar. They ate sugar on the vegetables.
That was in other words, they were so thrilled to have
Oh,
sugar.
yeah. And they took everything apart. They took every radio, every telephone. Bill would have to be all right now. Bill can do some odds and ends that you can take apart and see how they were. Everything they had to spit over. So they had some little radios in there. And they take everything. Bill would hear all the radio, right there. Telephones, got everything. But they learned and they put it all back together.
They must have been at 7-7 being
They
must have been at
She just
7-7. I mean, can you imagine what the conditions that they had,
Oh, yeah.
that they were living in over there?
They couldn't believe it.
They were in the, they must have been in, you know, that must have been an extreme privilege.
Okay, now, but before we get on too much subject, I understand the story that whenever it was time for
Jean
you're in the
Gold.
bathroom.
That is not true. I have my father's diary. I can prove it. I can prove it. Eleanor was always the first one up in the morning and packing the sandwiches. And she's calling and calling and nobody gets up.
No, but these are dishes we're talking
Well,
about.
yeah, this was dishes
One
sandwiches.
time she was caught in fire escape.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, well, I stuck to it. I was afraid to come down. And Joey G said remain there till
Had to
death.
come and get you, huh?
No, he said remain there till death. They did.
They never, you mean,
Oh,
they
no,
seem to
you
believe
know, we
it?
have you up in the fire escape and Uncle Doug running out with a knife in the garbage can.
None of the rest of them tell things about themselves.
No, what did
I'm
Uncle
honest.
say? What did your Auntie do?
Well, if you pull the cannabis out after she cleans the house,
She do what?
if you pull the cannabis out
Yeah.
after she cleans the house, that's where she got the...
Still that way.
She gave to the devil, that's where she got the name of boss.
She ate oatmeal.
I ate oatmeal. Yeah,
And
but now I didn't.
she chewed
But I think that, I wish I didn't have that habit, but I have. I like everything right in its place, and I have to apologize. That wasn't my house 2/3 of the time because it's aggravating to me to have
That's the
everything out
time
of
I wouldn't
place.
do anything until she told me.
I said, oh, that's
Yeah,
true.
Is that right?
she was the engineer.
all right, now take out the other. You know why I didn't know what it was? Well, you know what Aunt Louise did? Grandma had a whole dish full of maple sap, and she was cooking it down. And Louise took it and put soap in and started washing.
Oh, no! With the maple syrup.
In the maple syrup, maple sap. That's why I didn't want to wash dishes. I didn't trust them, but they're washing them with me.
That was the reason.
And Louise did that.
Now, Aunt Phil and Aunt Mike said that whenever their boyfriends came over, Mom would come in and make them go to work. Okay, time to leave the house. You guys have to go away now. You did?
Yeah.
That wasn't very nice.
Sang him at the piano and he came and sat down beside me. And then Louise was so mad at me. Yeah, she was.
I think you're going to do all right with that art business.
He is.
I would.
Very nice.
I asked him if his mother Yes, she is.
His aunt.
Mark here. Bob's still teaching me.
Is he?
Yeah.
Which school?
School craft. I've been there probably
All right,
about 18 years.
I'm just saying.
I know, I was looking forward to it.
Teach craft
Oh, I'm not going to tell anyone about my children. They all tell
Like for that or is he adjusting?
I don't know. I turned to
You keep right on talking, Joe, I'm picking it up. Right here.
I don't know, Dad, I think that's embarrassing. He's videotaping us while we're eating.
He's weird.
It's okay, we can erase it.
always get
They zoomed that one right up.
Chase them with a magnet.
He zoomed in right on
Did you tell him what I told you to tell him?
What?
You didn't remember to tell him? Oh.
He said no fingers in front of the viewfinder.
That's right. You keep your finger from in front of the...
I can't hardly make this one. I got a hard time reaching it.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah, he was a burnout. If it wasn't for Rosalind, it wouldn't.
There, you did all the how to play that.
He probably would have had a heart attack or something and been shipped off each first.
I'm taking my picture when I'm moving. Take pictures of me, go take pictures of everybody else. I thought Mary took that back with her when she got out.
You know, he's going to have just nice pictures of you growling at him. See, so that's all part of the whole video. So we have video entertainment. We get to see people growling, smiling, the whole thing.
What we wanted to do.
Oh, we wanted to
That's what I did, and I had a little chocolate.
You know what they say, steal your Chris, don't talk.
They lied. Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
No, they didn't.
And it's going on down the Today Show. And the whole thing is really on top.
I'm going over and have some more.
Well, I know somebody who sold the whole thing of honey.
Wearing earrings.
So they started out with little animals and off and everything. They're calling you back, evidently asking them flavor and laying a blanket down for Mary, but anyway, Mary leaves to get Joseph or to sleep. And said, Mary, wake up, wake up.
He's been all over the
These
place.
two little angels brought this kid that was supposed to be the baby and dumped it at her feet because they couldn't carry it any further. Said, Mary, Mary, wake up and look what you got while you were asleep. They said that was the cutest thing ever. In the dialogue, he told about different things. He told about when they're done. Said, go feed your sheep. They take a piece of straw, cut it up, and the chip of jag. He's never the funniest thing himself, but the cutest thing. It was also named Mary, Mary, wake up! Look what while you were asleep. Dumped at your feet while you were asleep.
Very personable and very intelligent. He wanted to retire.
But he was strong. That was the most fun he ever had in his life. He could teach in school.
I suppose he could,
Second
but
grade,
he's not.
they probably did something for his ego to be called bad.
Probably. And he's one of these people that's so easygoing.
Christmas program, they were having a Christmas they didn't want to talk to me when see that.
Yeah, he could have taken him out the wall.
And the kid who was playing.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Do you really want to project this picture to your grandchildren?
Oh my God, Dad.
Will I get you in?
You really want somebody to know about this, Leo?
Yeah.
Put it back in the refrigerator.
You must like that video camera. You're taking pictures of all kinds of things.
Well, might as well put something on this tape.
That's true.
It's only 90 minutes long. What are you going to make it through? It's 6 hours or whatever?
I think I'm very big and single.
We're like pan these dishes, isn't it?
Ooh. Dump it, I can't pick it up. Got it. Okay?
Well, we're good, aren't we?
You want to look at my thumb?
Look at this, we're just so efficient.
Proud of herself as well.
She has a reasonably powerful dishwasher, so you don't have to rinse them.
Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah. Just the big. Oh, you didn't even have to rinse the big dog. Hey, this is Get this. In other words, this is merely just to reorganize them into sort of sets.
So we can tell what
Types.
the stack word
Types.
is. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Get the bones out of it.
Get them into types. Okay. The bones won't go down the drain.
Bones don't work so good that they belong. I don't think ours does too good on macaroni either.
Let's see, there's the dish, no, that's the stove, you can't do them in there. Oh, I see, really, oh.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a light here, and this. Load this thing
Yeah,
up.
we're doing pretty good here.
Oh, yeah, I'll load it first. Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, is that clean stuff, or is it? Actually, let's see. Dirty stuff.
Is it dirty?
I think it's, I'm not sure, maybe it's clean stuff.
Here, ask Mom. Yes. It's dirty. Dirty.
Okay, so I just load more.
Oh, that's nice, you guys. Well, we can leave this somewhere.
I got room.
Mom, there's too much here for you. We just thought we can organize it. Steve and Jim and I are okay. I just don't run the dryer with them because of the sun. Yeah, okay. So you don't use your dryer? No, I don't.
I'm learning. I'm learning.
I can find this recipe for that. Ready. But you start making that
By hand? So the whole bagel there. I got this in hands too. Okay.
We can wash them by hand.
I'll stop in a minute. I'll stop there and see what you
When they liberated India, they outlawed this. Any tradition takes some time to get rid of. And you're right, the anti-transport.
I didn't use pecans, I used walnuts, and I
Ramen,
used,
the Kshatriya berries,
Cherries and
that was
pineapple.
tradition.
They call it citrus. Will you?
Yeah, like,
Leo, right?
I'm shocked.
Did you know you had a cousin on the Leatherman store last night?
Who was that?
Some lady named Black, they call her the gourd lady.
Oh,
89 years old, 90 years old in February, she come out with all these different gourds and stuff. She had her on secret entrances.
Well, you mean black or white black?
wait,
Depends on the way. Oh, I got it. Well, there wasn't enough to say.
Mary, we just put away a couple other kinds of soup. You want a little bit of that stuff?
No, this, when I ate
Is this the one you wanted?
when I ate this one, it was burned.
We're gonna throw this away.
I took the burnt stuff out. Yeah, it still tastes
Well, she fed it to him.
We were gonna just throw that stuff away.
Now, I knew there was a reason I wasn't getting rid of that, so.
Exactly.
Don't do anything dumb, Mary. Your posterity will never let you live it down.
You got a good shot of that one, Mary.
Front-wheel drive.
They said there was no chance of this being a big, heavy storm.
In between
How about that?
I expect we'll get dumped.
and oh, is it? It's all covered. Uh-oh. It's not real slippery. It isn't. It's chicken soup.
Don't think that should take care of it.
Are you gonna talk to me?
I talked to my daughter.
Lisa? You're going to talk to me?
I got attacked by the animals downstairs. It's a camcorder. He wants you to talk. Well, I have to talk.
Let's let go.
Look, I didn't have you on there. Go back that way so I can catch you.
Okay, I'll just move it.
put it in a,
No.
Okay.
I don't think you need a
You request?
We have peanut bread really bad.
Are you gonna wave, are you? Christopher?
Thanks. Somebody's in my face. Nice kid. No, they belong to Mary.
They're dangerous. The church suppressed
The whole thing was, I'm just reading about cats. Yeah.
Sounds like modern history.
It sure is. Yeah, right. You got it. Exactly. So,
I got
Well, no.
That's all, those are all done, you know.
The Coke part?
Coke Girl, those are all washed.
Those are all what?
Those are all washed.
Wait, what did you say? Those are all washed? Yeah, I was looking for a bowl. It's all right, Leo, I was looking for a bowl for Lisa. Yo, just a minute. Be patient.
One of them has got the number for each letter. He said the entire book was mathematically perfect and it could not have been written by me.
Through inspiration. Yeah. Through find inspiration.
That was the first thing. The other thing was, this guy did a computer program with all of the information available about the business price. And the computer says that it was April 6th, 6 BC.
I don't doubt that. You know, that's fairly logical.
How old was he when he was crucified? He was 30,
Supposedly 33.
33, right in there.
32.
The 6 plus the 33, which maybe comes to 24, would come out to be 40. You know how many times the number 40 is relevant throughout the Bible? The year of Jubilee and the divisions of the year of Jubilee. It's all coming together this year, the end of this year. It's the 200th year since Christ. It's the 400th Jubilee year, or whatever it is, since Moses. It's the 50th Jubilee year since this. I got a list on it. I can't believe all this stuff is coming together. All multiples this fall and next fall.
What kind of, what does this create? What type of environment?
Scenario?
The scenario, in other words, what is the scenario?
It looks
likely, according to that type of, that list and that projection.
With the evidence coming in, it looks like the second coming.
It was great. It should be a lot of big mushroom clouds.
No, I don't think he'll allow that as much as he will natural disaster.
Oh, okay. Well, either, you know, but you know natural disaster. I want to hit it. Beyond natural disaster.
Well, you realize there was 5 girls,
that could be
2 sisters, and 1 brother in our family, right?
Or it could be all. There's one reason. It might be either way. Because in any event,
you get that way when you're out.
Get wiped out.
1 brother that
they're going to all see where they, where they're supposed to be anyway.
Everybody's going to find it worse.
In other words, you're going to go from darkness into some. Yeah, I mean, in other words, it's going to wake. I don't mean to be facetious, but I mean in both of them. So whatever concept there is of,
he said the whole world will know it. The whole world will know it. And he said that he will punish more severely for breaking away from his ways than he will what they call strangers of the foreign.
Yeah, I see what you mean. In other words, people who never heard of it in the first place.
Well, the ones who were not from
I see. So in other words, the ones who had the knowledge and truth, are the ones that are going to have to pay the price.
That's right.
Well,
the family.
Makes sense, doesn't it? Sure. A whole lot of sense.
I mean, the others will get it too, but they won't be punished at death.
Well, they won't be because they weren't aware in the first place.
Have you ever seen
So the Bible.
a box office
She even rolled over his file.
Nostradamus
She cool.
and his predictions?
I don't know that I have seen it. I mean, I'm somewhat
Well, you may have heard it.
What?
His predictions are so accurate compared to anybody else. He's up like 76% plus for accuracy. from what they checked out so
It's
far.
got automatic.
And they said nobody else is even.
And when you get all done, you don't know what to
And
do.
he predicts a lot of heat for from
You take it
1980
in, I like to
1994.
take the video,
Those are pretty much the crucial years, right? Survival. If a person survives those, more likely they're gonna, they and their offspring are gonna make it on into the future. So those years are more or less the years of the revelation.
Oh,
Yeah, those are the years of revelation. It is scary, and yet there isn't anything that a person can do except for be aware of it and do what is the proper thing to do, and that's to do what we always should be doing in the first place, Jim. And that's knowing the whole completely. There are not many people, you can't go hide underground.
no, there's no sanctuary. We got guys talking about it.
Because if you're supposed to go, you go.
If you yeah, this is the Spring Street. He said, there's your home place.
You're gonna be here. If you're supposed to be, you're gonna be here. You get the things you gotta do a lot later. You get the things you're over. It's as simple as that. Hey, you're equal yourself. And that's the name of the game, and that's the name of life. That's the most people are so ignorant of what they're doing. Most people are. Most people don't feel any real
Quite hard.
point in
Saddle up in the barn, say,
distinguishing between good and bad action. Most people are
right now.
concerned.
No, there's more than gimme.
Yeah, it's a gimme. Yeah, gimme. All for me. All for me.
Just as we're going to go in.
No, I'll tell you, for many years, I've been just determined to
Slide yours.
as constructive as I can be. And I haven't had any problem. I realize the man is there. So I feel like if I've been putting money in the insurance policy, here's some money in the insurance policy, I've been doing it, and I've been doing it a long time. So I don't have a worry, a strong, I'm like everybody else. I can be scared by something.
Oh, yeah.
So things can scare me. I'm not, I'm just,
You can't worry about everything.
no, I just do what I can.
Yeah, I think so. And we didn't hear what I told you.
What
If you read what you saw? No, I feel is if I saw what I feel is that's the way to read it.
You read it, you interpret it for yourself.
Absolutely, I do. Hey, absolutely, do the best I can in that way. And I think the world can do that in mass. In mass, it doesn't do that. It does not in mass individually. I mean, when I say in mass, in other words, I think the bulk of Christianity, for example, does not make a conscious effort towards
Obeying.
yeah, precisely, obedience. That's a good word.
We got a guy over in Mount Pleasant, and he's sort of on the edge of stuff to do. But he likes to advertise. And we know what the mark of the beast is. And we know that a very easy way to point it out. So he called up the paper and he said, he goes down there, and he said, I'd like to place an ad in my 10th report.
Fully headline.
They said, well, what kind of it? He said, well, I got a copy here that we've run before. He said, and it's all ready to go. It's all print size, the whole thing. And it shows pictures with numbers tattooed on their foreheads and on their hands. And it says, we're ready to do this service. And it's so scary. Don't panic if you can't get through. We're quite busy doing this, but just call until we get through, and we will gladly put your number on your forehead or on your hand. They put these ads in the paper. You wouldn't believe. He records all of the calls that come in. You would not believe the reaction he gets from people simply pointing out the proof. They go, What are you trying to do? Start some kind of a riot? You know, right? And they come out and they arrest people, inciting a riot.
They were a lot of them, they really were.
And they have to turn it loose because there's no law that covers places in an end. Of course not.
Of course not. It's like it's absurd even while they're
Right. Freedom of thought.
Yeah.
It's just a very simple thing, but it's so shocking that it wakes up a lot of people. And he does it about every 3 months. He'll pick a different paper and he'll go in with his little admin places. I got a couple copies at home. And the wording on it is meant to startle people into realizing what's going on.
Well, that's interesting. We've got to go to the world camp as long as
There is so much misinformation that, well, the devil rules with confusion.
That's right. Yeah.
I'll tell you, I sure got a lot of confusion.
She doesn't like
But since we moved up here and I got together with
Well, she got to go to the...
crazy stuff happened.
I don't like that.
Crazy, placed the engine in my truck. I hope it caught fire. So I fixed it up in the shop. When I had it in the shop, rewiring, I had a focus sticker. There's common law, boy, you had it. One of the guys who had taken the car lives up there. I didn't know. He saw the bumper sticker. They got the talking with the guy running the shop. So they come over and look it up. And that's how I got introduced to him. His name's Ray.
And other things are taken under.
I'm not telling anyone they go along there.
She wasn't there? She was a little girl.
Well, somebody had work.
She just told me that I was up through cat ass.
Somebody had work.
daughter 3 times.
You losing some weight. What you doing?
Somebody else better believe it. And I would have been a success if they had to tell them. I had to tell them.
I don't like the water. I don't like the water. It tastes like it comes out of plastic
Oh dear, God forbid, I don't want to be mad. No,
evangelistic, all the money you could have made.
Oh, no. I want to be married to him like Big Jim with all those. Let him do all this.
You can sing out now.
Yes, yes. Where did he do all this?
Jesse were going
I was thinking about it, and I'm telling you ghost stories. One time Lisa came up to the kitchen to look at Antler Street. She was driving this to Washington. But put on an English accent. She was like, I'm Rosie the maid. Oh, no, you're not.
I usually feel like I've lost your mind.
I'm Rosie the maid. But Chris left. Chris moved away. She took those kisses off. Oh, no, you're not. You're Chris. Oh, no. I told you Chris had to go. I'm Rosie the maid. I'm Chris back! I felt so bad. No, I'm Chris. I'm really Chris. I said, she said, no, you're not. You're Rosie the maid.
Well, somebody is suing Shirley MacLaine
name because she's used somebody's name apparently if they were there. They sued him or they won.
She said they were there. She was there.
Yeah, I hope they take her to the
They didn't tell everybody but I thought I killed you when I knocked you out. And I ran away from home.
Well, they didn't tell anything about anybody else, only me that was mean. And Jean, they didn't tell
Punched her in the face. Knocked her right out. Rob, I killed Mary and I ran out the door. And I went here and did that. Yeah, I went and hid by the police station. They won the trees, you know, so I could watch
By the
the
police
cops.
station?
Yeah, because I knew they were going to come get me. And Patty Smith, she brought me a sandwich. She was really concerned. I was here all day. I wouldn't move. I had the best day of I wasn't moving. Rob, he comes up to the tree. Stay stupid. Come home. You didn't kill her. You don't even have your shoes on.
Do it over.
Gotta go over.
I missed that one.
I don't know, I wasn't there either.
And I was always home when somebody got hurt.
Yeah, Mark beat on asphalt that day. She's feeling it off my shirt.
Lisa tried to kill herself down the park one day, I was over that. And Michelle Barrett thumb at school, and Dad says, I'll meet you over at the doctor's office. Well, he did after it was over.
No, Mark, one time Mom and Dad was on vacation, one of the winter vacations, and Eileen's car broke down. We didn't have that, so I borrowed Tim's teeny tiny toy car from England. And I went to
borrowed it, and I didn't want
I used it. Then we went to Beaverton, we went to church, came back, and hit a patch of ice when we spun out and turned over. Everything was okay, but the car was totaled. So we finally get home, and I walk in the door. Mark's in the fireplace trying to get out. The furnace had blown up. Everything was black, and I walked in. I said, Mark, I rolled to oh, stop teasing me, King. You see how really hard. I said, no, Mark, I really rolled too. Oh my God. Call Tim. I called Tim. I said, Tim, I rolled too far.
That's because he just got advanced because Nate had just wrecked the paper. And he just had a fit. And I didn't want Chris to use it anyway.
Poor Maya.
She talked me into it.
Mom and Dad were gone.
And then when we were at the cabin, she ran over and telling us for the dog. Oh, that Mom and Dad were in town.
That was cool. Mark's going, I think I could drive you to the doctor. No, you ain't taking me to the doctor. All us kids are watching blood drip all over. You got to start when you had to, did you need to? That was terrible.
We were already around it. We started walking to go get the stitches in that knee.
Oh, that was terrible.
Well, I liked best when Kim came home with his motorcycle with his flashlight in his mouth. Didn't you?
I had to drive a year ago to go to the doctor because he had strep throat and he wasn't going to go.
Did you throw away your toothbrush after that? That's the truth.
I told him I was going to come down and drag him to the doctor, but I didn't.
Well, I knew it was bad enough when I couldn't drink water anymore.
Well, yeah, I wonder where he got that. You didn't take us to the doctor. You were definitely dying. You had to be bleeding, something broken, or you're dying.
I just played 4 minutes there. I used to say, be careful, don't go on the tree down. Well, every time I see it.
I got that, and then I got over that.
Every time she has
and then I got
something.
Singing Mother Mary Black. James, I know I have James' number somewhere. I'm going to call him. I'm taking him to the hospital for 3 days.
Mary took him down to the park, and it was really cold, and they were breaking the ice along the
I told him to stay back.
He fell in. By the time she got him home, his snowsuit was frozen.
He always fell in. Every time
in the tub, and he tried to warm him up. I thought, and I wrapped him in putting silly pajamas, wrapped him in a blanket.
I told him not to go near the water.
Did he get out of the motorcycle, right? No, it's drifted over the stream. I thought it was ice. We all bought forks, pulled up in the car, stopped the hill there, and I said, hey, it's frozen. So sure, I went down right to it, fall in, the bike lands on top of me.
Mr. was just up here.
I got out, the guys were laughing.
Well, they up there.
I knew I was going to freeze.
You're laughing?
I was about 6 times away. So I took off, I never was fast on the bike. I beat the little old back, they followed me back for 40 minutes. 6 miles. And I got back to the
You were a good life, I didn't laugh, right?
You're gonna fall in, Mom's gonna blame me.
Sure.
You're gonna fall in, I'm dragging him out of there.
Mom Mary saw you, and she said, I don't know, I went to the door and told Mary to bring him in, because she said, I thought he was going to you wouldn't bring him in, she took him home.
Now we'd rather drag him home another 3 or 4 blocks, make him suffer.
No wonder he's so skinny and
You know what hell that kid put us through. I can't, you have to take care of your brother, you know? Every time he got in trouble, he wasn't in trouble, you were, you know? Right, this kid just robbed the bank and I'm in trouble, you know?
Well, they're older too.
Is this thing running? I'm glad to hear some other criticism.
Oh, I don't think it is.
Well, how did you know they told us?
Well, that's why they're not saying anything.
He's not saying
I can tell you a lot of stories about me.
You haven't said much of it.
Mother thought he was old. She said she was such a...
Should I tell them all the don't tell mom stories? But don't tell mom when your mother had every reason. Well, she said her mother would say something and she would say, but I don't understand why I have to do this. You tell me I can't go outside and play. I just don't understand it. Mother said, Steve's rolling out. She said, does she stop? No. She keeps running on. Well, gee, Mom, I just can't understand why you won't let me go outside. And she said, go go in your room pretty soon. I'm going to kill you. And she said, her mother picked up a chair one day. She had it. And so she ran to her dad. Dad, Mom's going to kill me. She's going to hit me with a chair. She said, I don't know why she didn't kill me. She said, I was such an obnoxious kid. She said, I just never knew when to shut up.
I just would leave with the kids to please that fun.
So we called him George. No, Uncle George. And I decided that's probably where Gladwin got that name. Oh, yeah. We're calling you Uncle George.
Their mama,
No calling Mom.
And we used to, my kids, you know, open the door, slam the screen door, run in,
Daddy cookies. One day I was like, they'll say about kids, no, Rob said, kids that don't have him, I just locked the door and went,
I gave up on them.
You have done that. I remember being a while. I never have embarrassed black feet. I told if they call me that, I won't answer. I come in and then they look at me and they'll say, hi, Mom. And they know when you're
funny up here.
Oh, Jesse walked in and said, hi, Mama. I don't think that's an appropriate way to phrase the word Mama. Don't you? Have to be near the street kids, you know. Hey, Mama.
No, I never read a
I'm
book.
sorry I don't belong in the street. Call me Mom, call me Mother, call me... I don't even care to call me Mom, even though I hate it. I don't like it.
I want to hang a
Don't call
sign
me
on my
Mom.
porch window that says, don't call me honey.
Don't call me
I hate those men. Hey, honey. All I expect is one goose.
Yes, and then we call you honey or sweeter.
You don't always, I remember the old man, his wife, I don't know, and his mom was real good, and so I said, honey. I just got hit in the fire, and she said, oh, I'm not gonna hit you now. It's just important to hear it, you know.
It was like Bud Taylor, you know, there were 8 couples in this grade. Well, he never could remember any of our names. Now that's Led, yeah. He always called us Mom. I told him I wasn't his mom, and he was older than I was, and please, Izzy, Isabel, anything, but not Mom.
You should have gotten a teacher who said, my name is Izzy.
They didn't have those. They had everything.
This is Izzy. This is Izzy.
Say, hello, my name is Izzy.
I don't know if that's a sign of age, though, 'cause I can read.
I finally hit
Anybody? Yeah, all the Leo's been funny.
You call your mom.
Grandma.
She called you Dad. Stephen, you know, those two didn't belong. They've been talking since they got here.
We were talking about going on a trip here, so when they go on a trip, everything's silent miles. They said, why? Steve's having one conversation with me. Jesse's having another conversation with me. That's finally I say, wait a minute, I can't keep up anymore. I need a little bit of time. But you just want to hear this one other deal. It's really important. They're both saying it at the same time.
That sounds like get back there, look at that, look at that. Oh, she's like, look at that. Yeah, right. And Mark finds her a doll, right? So that she could play with it. And I was trying to shut her up. She was trying to be nice, actually. That was worse. Bridget, oh, did you fix my shoes? My doll. Hey! Finally, after 2 hours putting the doll's shoes, hair, clothes on, I said, look, Bridget, this is the last thing I do to this doll. You ask me to do anything else to this doll, goes out the window. And she looked at you and she said, okay. And she said about 5 minutes later, oh look, will you put my, I said, what did I say? She says, the doll goes out the window. She sounded just like me. I started laughing. Did I sound that bad? When she was little and she was playing with her dolls, I went by and one day when they were in the room and she goes, she got the doll by the shoulders. Do you understand? I go, oh my gosh, is that what I sound like? I mean, you can imagine how sad I look because I'm crawling around my apartment looking for an earring that my cat took, and my cat's following me. Every 5 minutes I pick her up and shake her. What did you do with my earring? And she has no idea because she did it 3 days ago. She don't know what you're talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Crawling around on the floor. It was great till I picked her up and shook her, you know. I don't know what that was for.
You never bought enough cloth? I have a line over Karen, and she's standing beside me somewhere. And she's scolding and scolding. Oh, I just get that in their mouth and everything. Mamas don't smoke. She said, oh, yes, they do. She said, of course. Yes, they do. Oh, dear, I was so bad at it. Then she got down, she'd shake and said, I'll be quiet. I don't want to hear you anymore. I didn't smoke, but some others did.
But it's terrible because you know exactly what you sound like when you listen to them play with their mouth.
When I listen to talk to Kristen,
That's when it comes. When Jesse talks to all the younger kids, I gotta change my behavior. Now you stand over here, and you do this, and you stand over here. I really am the boss. Grandma Amy was right. I am the boss. I'm the instructor. Like, you stand over here and you do this. And you move over here when I say this.
well, when you swung out on the road, that was when I told you. Oh, I like those. I was standing there in the backyard and up to this. And what was that? But the funny thing was Rick when he said I just let the dog tell the dog I'm in trouble. But the funniest thing anybody else thought.
That's right.
Well, he didn't get mad at Phyllis. Phyllis, we were downtown Saturday before Jesus. And he was just, he looked so cute. He had this little top going on, this little cap, knee socks, you know. This basket, and he's got it just full of jelly beans and all that. I said, Rick, put those back. And you're going to knock Rick. Phyllis! You know how loud he gets up. I could tell sick on you. You got the checkbook and all the money and you won't let me have these jelly beans and tomorrow's Easter. Well, you could have heard her really good. She didn't pay attention to all that out in the pocket, and you can still hear her. No, I'm not still going to tell sick on you when I get home. What?
That was amazing. Me and Dave, huh? Hey, where did you put my thing on? One day, what did you do? Me and Dave were, she go from me and who? Me and Dave. Look at my dad. Like snow. You throw mine, huh? You got a hole?
I remember clearly because I was trying to sell food at the time, you know, back home. I go sell it in one box. He had a whole wagon full of them. He went on one trip and sold all those green carpets. I said, how'd you do it? He said, well, I did it after football practice. All beat up. Looked to drag them. All the people felt sorry for him. Weeping to the doors.
Well, I'll tell you better when the next he came to us down busy nothing. we had some friends that were Jewish, half Jewish, and half Israeli. He goes there, he like the boy, he and the boys were real good friends. He takes a break in there, and they found in a garbage can a whole bunch of Christmas. Well, they go around to this Jewish neighborhood and they sell all these cards. And they go home, they got $12 and something. And his father said, where did you get this money? He said, we sold cards. He said, what kind of cards? He said, I show you. Go over into his bedroom and he said, why, those are Christian cards. You can't sell that in the Jewish neighborhood. We did. We had to go back and take all these cards. Oh, yeah. Father didn't go back and take all these cards. Well, they were a pair when they got together. Like when we were in the parks with them, you know, he and Rick would hide behind the bush and scare the John and scare the girls. Well, this one girl had an accident. She got so scared. Well, they came back and they were catering and they were laughing. And Bill said, what were you two up to? Rick said, well, we scared this girl. She wet her pants and all down her pajamas and he always told on himself. So Bill said, all right. You go right over there and you apologize to that young lady. Oh, no, said we were just laughing. We just jumped out there. Bill said, no more of that. It's a public park and they have just much right to be here as you do. You shouldn't be doing this kind of thing. They go over there and they, of course, they giggle and they laugh. This kid's father, the Jewish kid's father, is like Sam Levinson. You know, he had a sense of humor. He had a parakeet and he tried to say, stand back underneath. Rosh Hashanah, Merry Christmas, Grandma. Well, anyway, they go back to the stand. They have their stuff and then all the kids came by. They had to walk the girls up to the bathroom and go back. Did you learn about that? For what?
All of them? Well, you said you were doing one. There's 20 cookies in it.
Here.
Now, Anna's been telling a story.
Well, that's all.
I thought they were for me. You didn't give them
When you heard about the time that my parents abandoned me and
I was going to make some.
well, we all went over for Mr. Dan Phillips's head dinner. It was a great time. The guys were laying back in the lawn watching the film. Got time to go over. They all left. And I walked out the driveway and went down the driveway and there wasn't even a car there. So I just started crying. Crying. They didn't come back. Forever for me. Must have been 5 minutes later. Mom finally counted heads and realized she was missing somebody. But I've never forgotten it.
One of the girls that worked at that for a kid, she said she had a big fight with him and he was taking my
You pull in, you pull off, you take back off, you get it out there.
Well, they had a big fight, so he was coming in the back and he was covered with a blanket. Well, they got out and went into the bathroom. He went into the bathroom and they thought he was still in the car. Well, the blanket was still there and they were all coming up, so they didn't know he was there. They get down and she said, they must have got him all down the road. I figured he wasn't there. They go back and he's sitting in the gas station with a bottom one in his tears. She said, boy.
Oh, Tim, you know, I went into Nets a little while ago and bought Lucas Jack, and when I had, after I had Lisa, you know, and I was having all the clothes out before Christmas, and Vera Schwab and I went over shopping, and I bought two, and I was telling Mike that they had tweet that for us, but and I remember you were really mad at me because I gave that coat and hat to David tomorrow years later, and his small friend, who didn't want me to give up that coat. And I kept thinking about that blue coat and hat that I bought, that's much different.
Maybe you should buy another.
Yeah, am I gonna buy one?
Oh, I have your name for Christmas. We're going to that. Throwing them all.
Oh, that's a whole
I said to Dave, I want to get him one.
That's one off the top. There you are, there's that. There you are.
No, so different colors.
All
Hey, orange, fluorescent red. Hello. I know, I said, look at your red style here.
Well, Rick was another time, so they were ready to go downtown shopping. And she had this all dressed up, and she said, I gotta go upstairs and not do this. And be right down, we'll go. Now she's upstairs, Rick Smith.
I'm just talking to you.
I know. But I know where he is. Goes out the door and down the stairs. Goes down to Lyle. I can't remember his last. Lyle Ordie. And here he is. He's covered with gray paint from step to bed. All over his shoes. All over his face. I don't care, Phil. You never buy me great paint. I never had great paint before. When Lyle gets great paint, I don't get great paint. Lyle gets laugh like
He sounds like Jesse. I was saying you keep telling me stories to me.
He had the horses little.
You owe me them.
Oh, I give them all.
What do you mean you bought yourself a new pair of pants? You haven't bought me a pair of pants since last week. You owe me this.
Well, he could always find one. Oh, yeah. And when he was such a little devil, poor girl, she'd give him just spotless and so nice to go to the horse down and Rick, and then he said, and I'm going to tell Vic too, and he's going to go, if I can't have great paint, I'm going to get the other side. I put down the hardware, and I'm going to be telling Rick, you do this.
And so I had to go for papers, and I took him out with me. And I just turned my back, and he's gone. So I took off from running, and the whole backyard caught fire. And you know, they're all oil leaking. And I was just panicking. And I ran after him, and I ran after his room, and I came in, I was trying to get the place open. And he screamed at me, trying to hit me on the leg. And Auntie, you ruined my mother's new room, no? He's so bad. Here's a backyard. That's all Dick came over.
Well, it's always somebody else's fault.
Yeah.
It's like them. When the band's in the camp. Don't be afraid to lock yourself into the bed.
Oh, the stable, oh, Mike got...
This is like 5 o'clock in the morning. Now it's time to go.
Mike got she got Laura's tape from running away with me to the horse body because they were supposed to this one horse and hit the man's arm. And they hit him, and Dick went through all the details over near that horse. Well, he just was supposed. And then the other time when he got up and opened all the Christmas presents, and then reached back and everywhere one bill over the floor, paper all over it. You got the wrong paper on the wrong things, you know. You can really get mad if you want to. Not stuff.
Yeah, remember we stayed over with him one night, Phyllis and Dick, and he stuck in the living room. And Margaret and we were sleeping, what Doug had, you know. And we woke up and here is Rick sitting on a big stool, and looking at Leo and I like it's my funny. Say word, you He didn't say a word, but he dragged the stool in, and it was 4-year-old and 5-year-old sitting on the stool in the whole
I tried to find him, and I said, well, and she said, where are the boys? And I said, well, they got basketball practice. They're all in basketball practice. And she said, you don't suppose. I said, well, I don't know. Come on over and we're up to school. And here he was, just a tiny little tot, and they were practicing, and they let him take his turn. And he got clean from his house, off to the high school.
And he was sweating, and they came over and let him smell him.
Yeah.
He smelled like a big...
Sweat was rolling for it, right?
Yeah.
I was thinking, so we moved one day after Lily and I went out here, I was like, I'll come over and babysit her. She's on the couch. Shane, he gets up, he walks out in the living room, looks at Lily, parks over there, standing, and I'm like, I ignore him. Hey, I looked over there, and there he's got his finger in her ear. Well, we can figure out waking her up without getting bit. She's like, what are you doing? I my finger in your ear. She says, why? You were asleep.
Kids used to do that to you, did they? By your hydrant.
No, we used to fight over it. Mom said, go in and wake Dad up for dinner. Not my turn. Not my turn.
I didn't laugh.
You wanted it.
Okay, it's okay.
Everybody leaves him alarm on. That's the part that bothers me. They're just alarming going. Everybody's ignoring it. Nobody wanted to go in the room. I got everybody going there.
Well, that's because we grew up hearing him punching his teddy bear out in the middle of the night. I'm sitting on this wall.
I didn't know what that for, but.
That is going to turn it off.
We had a guy in the army who walked up to him, he woke up, he punched it off.
Oh, yeah.
Boxed on gloves, and this guy was just
Ready to go.
woke up fighting.
It was like dynamite.
He said, what you do is you run up, kick his bunk, and jump back. He punched up 3 more guys. Shaking the weight up.
We were all up at the cabin one time, and all the nurses were watching the Alfred Hitchcock. This was where this fellow was dressed up like a nurse, and he's coming up the steps, he's going to say, just above to the top of the steps. Door flies open and in comes Phil. I jumped up the back of the damn bedroom. She said, oh, that's just Billy walking in his sleep. I couldn't he punched you. She got there, he sucked it. But it scared the stuff right out of us.
Right in the middle of the
Yeah. She was there to do it. He's walking to sleep.
I stopped him going out and mow the lawn in the winter. My kids, but then you were sorry you did. I remember that. That was in the summer.
But we just walked in early. She started clear out to the bottom. Across the road.
Oh my gosh.
Bravo, head to the back. Bravo, he had to take it. Why are you going to the basement, Rob? I gotta go back. Rob, you gotta go under the back.
We just talked about it.
Well, it was bad because you go in the kitchen and go in the freezer. You say, what are you doing in the freezer, Rob? That's one of the gentlemen. I mean, she was in the corner of the storage room. Mom had to wait a lot of where you went. My kids used to make it with the feet in the wastebasket because it's 2 feet away from the toilet. Boys are worse than girls. I remember wanting to kill Rob and falling in the toilet in the middle of the night. First splash! I'm going to kill him. He'd be asleep immediately. Well, the other thing that bothered you was you're just falling down off the slit. Rob standing at the top of the stairs. I gotta go to the bathroom! Down in the dark. He's lucky his sister just pushing down the stairs.
I'd forgotten about Rob. Even though we were married for a couple of years and I go home and at night, Mary and I are getting ready to go to sleep and I'm just nodding and all of a sudden I hear, Doc, look out, this thing's straight up with it. Oh my God. My Mary said, it's okay, it's just Rob, he's talking in sleep. I'm wide awake, ready to go.
I was cleaning with him one day when I was in college and I came home. And I got in there and I stand beside the bed. I was going to get in bed and we were up in the bed and he said something and he swam up and he hit me just as hard as he could and I just started laughing and I was going, he's crying, he's just hysterical and I'm laughing and I was like, what is going on here?
5 years old, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He was in the middle of a major nightmare.
I don't know, he hit me as hard as he could, but it was just so funny because he was weird off the bed and we get off my bed.
I was a couple guys, I remember when I was a kid, we were in the cabin, sleeping with the rich dessert. And I woke up in the middle of the night, and I was sitting on his chest, pounding him. We never sleep with him again. And then we were in the motorhome in Hershey one time, and Dale and I were both in sleeping bags, and we were sleeping on the kitchenette bunk type deal. And he won't sleep with me anymore, I must have kissed him in the middle of the night. That's it.
No, Mary's the easiest person. He would go to sleep with because she used to let Ralph sleep on her bed. She had this double bed.
Anybody that moves the
And all you have to do is touch her and she scrunches up into this little tiny ball.
Ralph
had a whole bed and Mary up there.
The boards, and I sat hold upright. Boards, what board? You're in a water bed. I look over to that kid.
Make the round. Who was coming because I could hear so and she's there from the she's laughing at me. I'd like to marry what's so funny? She's birthday never said. Yes, I did. I know. Oh, she always knew I didn't know. You know why?
But you never said anything till morning. It was always, she got to the breakfast table, you thought you got away with something. It was, what time did you come in? Lie. You'd say, no, lie. Wait, 2:45.
I never got it figured out.
Every time going up the stairs, just remember that place.
Well, the mirror. She moved the darn.
I never got it from her. I got the sarcasm from him. He ran out in the driveway and steal the car hood. No water. Oh, he didn't do that. He just used to ask me why he didn't leave the car. I used to just leave her alone. I know Mom came in one day and threatened my life that if I didn't turn the radio down, I was just there, I was dead. The next time I did that,
They used to drive in the driveway out here, and they had radio show lines that traveled with us.
And we have that in our neighborhood, and it's the rap music, you know? So they're going down the street, we have these old windows, and all of a sudden the windows are going. You're expecting them to go.
The scariest thing of all, when Lisa allowed us to drive my car, they would come in at night and then, you know, that Thunderbird had 4 speakers.
Yeah.
It was beautiful and loud, and I would turn the key on and break it.
Well, you didn't need that cup of coffee, did you?
Turn it down.
I didn't have no problem. I learned, you get out of the vehicle, before you turn the key, you shut the lights off, the radio off, the heater off, and then you shut the key off.
But a quarter to 7 in the morning, when I had to leave, I went out till, you know, midnight or didn't get home till 1 o'clock.
Make sure you were waiting.
The maddest were when I used to play chicken with the guy in the beaver with the vet, Emsweiler or whatever his name was. He did it to Mom one day. She came home, she grabbed me literally by the ears and shook me. What are you doing with some jerk down the road who's trying to kill me? Just a white vet. All I saw was white. She's like, die. When we had the Mustang, we were in Midland, and these kids come up in the lane next to us at the light, and they were running the car, and she said, looked at me, and she said, don't you dare. Mary's mom did it. She said, there we were, my mom, in this big old 98. We got groceries in the back, and there's these kids rounding up. She says, my mom hit me. She said, watch this, she says. She's in the back end of the car with the groceries went all over. Her mom's laughing. The kids in the car all white. That was an old lady.
That was an old lady. It used to be terrible though, because, you know, Thunderbirds in the factories about. Corvette, it was Thunderbirds and,
No, that wasn't why, Mom.
Dad's leaving us far away.
They would follow us through the middle of the place.
No matter how
That
fast.
black 57 Ford convertible at one time, I pulled back in town one night, and the sheriff pulled around. The sheriff, no, city cops, shooting you all out. I've been raising hell on it. He says, no, I haven't been here all night. Ah, sure. Next weekend, same thing happened. Just some guy from Menold's got the same cars I got. He's come up here speeding all over the streets and raising all kinds of heck. He'd leave, and I'd come back to town and go home. Finally, Gene, you know, look at the guy. So that's not Jim, yeah. Some other guy.
They followed Lisa into our driveway, came to the door, wonder why I let her drive that car.
They came to our house 8 o'clock one Sunday morning, we were having out, and the neighbor running.
I remember that.
I said, I don't think you ran anybody off the road, I was there.
I don't remember that. Sorry. Well, they used to tell me all the time. Well, I used to stop me trying to play. I know, I was you.
Am I ready to?
Getting so old, I can't even.
I know that feeling.
Am I ready to?
Well, next time don't talk so much, okay?
I've learned a lot.
Things you didn't want to know, right?
Well, I've been trying to forget.
We got you together just to remind you.
Did you shut off the
I had a blue one.
I think I went.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think it
The
is.
wife went to get in the middle.
Thank you. Look like it. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
You gonna shut off the camera then?
Yeah. Yeah. Then I want to thank you for the lovely love you build. I appreciate it. You know, I really did. Yeah. It was just lovely.
Take care of yourself.
Yeah. Tomorrow. She's going back. Her dad's coming after her.
Tomorrow, huh?
Yeah.
Where's she gonna go after?
She's going down to, what is it, by New Center, Michigan, down New Kalamazoo, to the other grandmas. You know, and then they're going to whatever.
Oh, just, I'm sorry.